Hello everyone, this is a comparison of the Little People Disney Princess Klip Klop stables, which is right here. And it comes with Rapunzel and Sleeping Beauty, and we have Belle Extra, and the Mike the Knight Klip Klop Arena. It comes with Mike the Knight and Sir Galahad. So here you have Rapunzel and Maximus, and then Belle and Philippe, and then Sleeping Beauty at her horse. So we're going to look and see how these work and maybe compare the two. And I think primarily, obviously, girls are going to like the Princess Stables, and then boys are more likely to like the Mike the Knight Arena. But there are still some pretty big differences, and so let's take a look. Okay, first up we have the Princess Stables. So you can see here that the princesses will clip clop their way down, and if you had Mike the Knight, he can clip clop his way down too. There's also a little stables here for him to rest. And it's worth saying that I've got a daughter who's going to be turning 4 years old. And she, even though this toy is probably a little bit too basic for her, she does enjoy it. So she likes having Belle and her favorite princesses on their horses so she can play with them and have them eat their food like this, and just watch them clip clop along. So now that's the front part of it. Now you can turn it around like so, and you realize that there's a bit of a castle to it. So here you can, if we look, you'll see Luminaire and the Cogsworth, and there's Pascal and all the lanterns. And going back down, actually right there is Cogsworth, and you get Mrs. Pot and Chip, and then even further down you've got the mice from Cinderella. Now one of the things that this set does is that it has a little rotating table that plays music, and as they walk through this light right here, it plays music and it makes a horse sound. So let's do that one more time. And as you can see, there are lots of different areas for the princesses to clip clop and play. So that's that, and then here's the front of the stables. And again, in the front of the stables, you can also clip clop it down. Ooh. So that is the Disney Little People Princess Klip Klop Stables. Now we're going to look at the Mike the Knight Arena. Okay, so this is the Fisher-Price Little People Mike the Knight Arena. It comes with Mike the Knight and Sir Galahad. And what it does is a little jousting arena for him. So you turn the gate, and then you put Mike the Knight on top. Uh-oh, Mike hit the flag. So we'll show it one more time. We'll close the gate. And he fell. Now, what you'll see is that there's not quite as much of a track on this one. And actually, we're going to try Belle this time. On Philippe. And Belle was able to joust and knock down all the targets. So there's no batteries associated with it, and really the only area for them to clip clop down is this little round track here. So it is a lot more of a basic playset than what you get at the Princess Stables, but for a fan of Mike the Knight, that's probably okay. Now they do go faster. You've seen here now several times where the clip clop horses fell, and that's not the case on the Princess Stables. They usually don't fall. So kind of keep that in mind. There are no batteries. You just have the one track, and it's kind of odd, but when they come off the track, they hit the stands here and they stop, and usually they fall over. So there are quite a few differences between the two sets. This is a lot more basic. Okay, so here are the two play sets together. So here on the right, you've got the Princess Stable, and then you have the Mike the Knight Arena. So it depends on which is better. It depends on if you have someone who likes Disney princesses. If so, Princess Stable is going to be really tough to beat. However, if they like Mike the Knight, or they just don't like princesses, then obviously the Mike the Knight arena would be better. In terms of my daughter, she likes the princesses, so therefore she likes the Princess Stables. But overall, in terms of the parent, I would think that if you're going to just choose one, and you're not worried about the gender, you would pick the Princess Stable, since it does have the music capability, and there's a lot more track for them to use, and it seems to clip clop a lot better. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment. I'll try to answer for you.